Lord Hanuman is considered as an embodiment of love, devotion, intelligence, duty, compassion, and not to forget, strength, courage, and loyalty. He is one of the central figures in the Hindu epic Ramayana and an ardent devotee of Lord Rama. His heroics helped Lord Rama to rescue the noble Sita from the clutches of the demon king Ravana. Born to the monkey king Kesari and Anjana, Lord Hanuman is also known by several names. We would be surprised to know that Lord Hanuman actually had 5 real brothers and all were married. It is mentioned in Brahmana Purana. The Purana contains a description of Lord Hanuman's father Kesari and his dynasty. It is also mentioned that Vanara Raja Kesari had 6 sons. The eldest son was Lord Hanuman. The names of the brothers of Lord Hanuman were Matiman, Shrutiman, Ketuman, Gatiman, and Dhritiman, respectively. And they all had children. Therefore, their dynasty reigned for hundreds of years. Some of the popular names of Lord Hanuman include Bajrangbali, Pavanputra, Maruti Nandan, Sankatamochan, Balaji Anjaneya, etc. He is often worshipped as the god of power and strength. In fact, people across India consider Tuesday to be the sacred day to worship Lord Hanuman. His birth anniversary is celebrated all over India as Hanuman Jayanti. We all are aware of the numerous stories associated with the life of Lord Hanuman. However, there are still many stories about Lord Hanuman that go unnoticed. There are many tales about Lord Hanuman that are not known by many of us. So, it's right to come up with a post showing interesting and amazing facts about Lord Hanuman. The story of Lord Hanuman's birth. Once, all the Devatas were worried and grieved at the atrocities of the demon king Ravana. They pleaded Lord Vishnu for finding a solution to this menace. At this, Lord Vishnu assured the Devatas that he would incarnate on earth in the form of Rama. Hearing this, Lord Shiva expressed his desire to serve Lord Vishnu in the form of Lakshmana. Hearing this, Lord Shiva, who was present there, expressed his desire to serve Lord Vishnu as a sincere devotee. However, the decision perturbed Parvati Devi, as she would have to stay apart from her beloved husband. Lord Shiva then told Mata Parvati that he would take the form of a monkey, as it would allow him to sustain a simple lifestyle free of all bondages of culture and traditions. So Lord Shiva took birth in the form of Hanuman, who went on to be an ardent devotee of Lord Rama. Anjana or Anjani was the mother of Lord Hanuman. She was a passionate devotee of Lord Shiva too. In her past life, she was an Apsara, a nymph in the court of Lord Indra. A sage one day cursed her for being too proud for her beauty. She was cursed that she would be born as a monkey in her next life. However, this did not disturb Anjani, but she continued to worship Lord Shiva. But deep in her heart, she kept thinking about the curse. So she did penance and prayed to Lord Shiva that she cannot sustain living like a monkey in the future. So it was better for the Lord to grant her a human form instead of an Apsara. Lord Shiva granted her wish, and she was born in a human form. She was later married to the Vanara king Kesari. Lord Shiva was pleased by her devotion and assured Anjani that he would be born as a son to her. It so happened that King Dasharatha performed a yajna so that his wives could bear children. After the yajna, the offerings in the form of kheer was distributed among the wives of Dasharatha. Apparently, an eagle snatched a portion of kheer from Kausalya and flew all the way where Anjani was meditating. Upon the instructions of Lord Shiva, Vayudeva, the Lord of Wind, placed the kheer in the hands of Anjani. Assuming the kheer to be the sacred offerings from Lord Shiva, Anjani consumed the kheer and later gave birth to his incarnation, Lord Hanuman. Due to this fact, Hanuman possesses the gift of flying and was able to jump on trees like a monkey, walk on earth, and even fly in the air. As a child, he received many gifts from various gods, and so he had many powers right from his childhood. During his childhood, Lord Hanuman used to be very famous for always getting into trouble due to his notorious behavior and would often trouble and tease the sages who took shelter in his father's kingdom. Overflowing with energy always, Hanuman fearlessly desiccated the hermitages of great sages. He broke the sacrificial ladles and vessels, interrupted the offerings of oblations into sacrificial fires, and tore up the piles of bark cloth belonging to the peaceful sages. The mighty Hanuman continued doing such deeds, knowing that Brahma had made him invulnerable, and to be punished by Brahmas, it wouldn't work. The sages tolerated it because of his powers. Although prohibited by his father, Kesari and Vayu, Hanuman went beyond the bounds of propriety. The great sages born in the families of Brigu and Angira, who were never overly angry or wrathful, became furious at Hanuman, as he once disturbed their meditation. And the sage apparently cursed Hanuman that he would forget all his divine powers. When the little Hanuman realized his mistake and pleaded and requested the sage to pardon him, the sage told Hanuman that he would remember his powers only when someone reminded him of those powers. In the epic Ramayana, it is illustrated that Jambavanta reminded Hanuman of his magical powers so that he could use them to find Sita Devi. The word Hanuman is made up of two Sanskrit words, Hanu and Man. The word Hanu means jaw, while Man means disfigured. According to the legend, in his childhood, Hanuman used to be very fascinated by food, and he eventually assumed the sun to be a fruit and flew near to eat it. When he tried to swallow it, Lord Indra was angered by this pursuit of Hanuman and used his Vajra on Hanuman, which threw him on earth, thus disfiguring his jaw forever. It so happened that Lord Hanuman saw Sita applying sindoor or vermilion on her forehead. He was much quizzed by this act of Sita Devi and asked her why she applied sindoor on her forehead. Sita told Hanuman that she applied sindoor on her forehead for the well-being and longevity of her beloved husband Lord Rama. At this, Lord Hanuman, who was an ardent devotee of Lord Rama, decided to smear his whole body with sindoor, assuming that if a pinch of vermilion could bring prosperity and long life to Lord Rama, then smearing sindoor on the entire body could extend his life even further. Rama was much pleased to see this innocent act of Hanuman and blessed Hanuman that his name would remain in the forefront of devotees. It is also believed that if you apply sindoor to Lord Hanuman, you would receive the blessings of Lord Hanuman and would overcome your troubles easily. During the great war against Ravana, Lord Rama and Lakshmana were abducted and held captive by Ahiravan, who was the brother of the demon king Ravan, in the Patal Lok. However, the mighty Lord Hanuman was determined to save Rama and Lakshmana. He went to the Patal Lok to free Lord Rama and Lakshmana. Hanuman then assumed the form of Panchamukhi, consisting of 5 heads, that is of Narsimha, Garuda, Varaha and Hayagriva. He then extinguished 5 lamps lit in different directions and killed Ahivaram. He thus saved Lord Rama and Lakshmana from the clutches of Ahiravan. There's an interesting little story on how Sugriva became Lord Hanuman's companion. It so happened that Lord Hanuman was learning scriptures from the sun god. Hanuman was so intelligent that it took him only 60 hours to become an expert in all the scriptures. The sun god was much impressed by these feats of Hanuman that he waived off the so-called Guru Dakshina. However, Hanuman insisted on paying the Guru Dakshina and pleaded. The sun god gave him an opportunity so that he can pay his Guru Dakshina to him. Hearing this, the god asked Hanuman to become a companion of Sugriva, who was the ruler of the monkey clan. Hanuman readily agreed to become the companion of Sugriva. It started a long-lasting friendship between Lord Hanuman and Sugriva because he promised to obey the sun god. Although being a brahmachari, Lord Hanuman had a son named Makaradwaja. It so happened that after blazing Lanka with his tail to save Sita, Lord Rama went to take a dip in a sea. It is believed that a giant fish consumed his sweat and was impregnated. And this fish gave birth to Makaradwaja. And that's how his son came into being. During the great battle against evil Ravana, Lakshmana got seriously wounded. His life was in danger. To save Lakshmana's life, a certain kind of herb was needed from the Himalayas. Lord Hanuman moved the entire mountain and brought it back to Lanka so as to save Lakshmana's life. It was a remarkable show of bravery, strength, courage and devotion. The authorship of the Hanuman Chalisa is attributed to Tulsidas, a poet, saint who lived in the 16th century CE. He mentions his name in the last verse of the hymn. It is said in the 39th verse of the Hanuman Chalisa that whoever chants it with full devotion to Hanuman will have Hanuman's grace. Among Hindus worldwide, it is a very popular belief that chanting the Chalisa evokes Hanuman's divine intervention in grave problems. It's a devotional hymn singing praises of Hanuman. Initially, it was authored by Tulsidas in the Awadhi language and is best known text apart from the Ramacharita-manas. Hanuman Chalisa is also available in various languages including Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu and Gujarati. The word Chalisa is derived from Chalis, which means the number 40 in Hindi. And as the Hanuman Chalisa has 40 verses, reciting these every day imbibes the qualities of Bhagwan Hanuman. His strength, courage, wisdom, celibacy, devotion to Lord Rama, and the many names by which he was known are detailed in the Hanuman Chalisa. Reciting or chanting of the Hanuman Chalisa is a common religious practice, and it is one of the most popular hymn in praise of Hanuman and is recited by millions of Hindus every single day.